Colorado football D tackles all beef in 2025. Colorado football is gearing up for an exciting season with a defensive line poised to take a major leap forward. A key to any strong defense is the ability to stop the run, and the Buffalo's interior defensive tackles are set to make a big impact in this area. In Coach Prime's first season in 2023, Colorado ranked 61st nationally in rushing yards allowed, giving up 150 yards per game. While Colorado's run defense saw no improvement last season under Robert Livingston's leadership, finishing 71st with 151 yards allowed per game, a dominant pass rush and lockdown secondary played a huge role in Colorado's breakout 9-4 season. As the Buffaloes transition into the next season, they are losing some key seniors, including Chidozie Nwankwo, a tenacious force on the defensive line, and Shane Cokes, who will be missed for his leadership. Rayon Buell also entered the transfer portal, landing at Memphis, but his departure also made room for some exciting new additions. Enter the new faces: Jeheim Oatis, a towering four-star talent from Alabama, Tavian Coleman, a dynamic playmaker from Texas Tech, and Gavriel Lightfoot, an active and aggressive tackle from Fresno State. These players, along with the emerging talent already on the roster, create a potent and deep interior defensive line that promises to make waves in the Big 12. With a recipe for success that includes seasoned coaches like Warren Sapp and the new addition of Domata Peko, the Colorado football defensive tackles are ready to make their mark. This group is not only expected to improve in stopping the run, but also to elevate the pass rush even further, bringing pressure to opposing quarterbacks. First, let's take a look at the new additions brought in by Coach Prime to fortify the interior defensive line. Jeheim Oatis, the dominant force ready to lead Colorado football's defensive line. Jeheim Oatis is a name that's turning heads for the next Colorado football season, and for good reason. Hailing from Columbia, Mississippi, Oatis is the star of Coach Prime's latest transfer portal haul, arriving in Boulder with big expectations on his broad shoulders. Ranked as the number 12 player overall in the portal and the top defensive lineman, Oatis is ready to make a major impact. His size and strength alone make him an imposing force in the trenches. Standing at 6'5" and tipping the scales at 325 pounds, he's a boulder for opposing offenses to try and move. Oatis' journey to Colorado has been one of promise and perseverance. As a high school standout, he was considered one of the top recruits, earning a 4-star ranking and even a 5-star grade from Prep Star. He wasted no time showing what he was made of in college football, starting 10 games as a true freshman at Alabama and earning all SEC freshman honors after recording 29 tackles and a sack. However, injuries have been part of Oatis' story as well. After battling through a few off-season surgeries on his shoulder, knee, and ankle, Oatis is now fully healthy and more motivated than ever to prove himself. Though he sat out part of the 2024 season after 4 games, he's now fully ready to show the college football world that he's back and better than ever. Colorado fans are particularly excited to see how Oatis pairs with fellow Alabama transfer, Anquin Barnes, in short yardage situations to help stop the run. With Oatis' run-stopping ability, versatility, and disruptive pass rush skills, Colorado's defensive line will be a force to be reckoned with in 2025. He has a keen football IQ, reading plays well and rarely getting fooled by misdirection. His power, size, and determination are set to raise the standard for Colorado football's defensive front. With 2 years of eligibility left, Oatis is coming to Boulder with a chip on his shoulder, eager to fill the shoes left by the legendary Chidozie Nwankwo. Expect him to be a key contributor and a dominant force in the trenches for Colorado as they aim to dominate their opponents in the Big 12. The Buffaloes' defense just got a whole lot scarier with Oatis leading the charge. Tavian Coleman, the underdog, ready to dominate Colorado football's defensive line. Get ready for a defensive powerhouse in the making. Tavian Coleman is here to bring the heat to Colorado football's defensive line. From Humble, Texas, Coleman's journey to Boulder is nothing short of inspiring. Originally an unrated high school recruit, Coleman's college career began at Trinity Valley Community College in Athens, Texas, where he made an immediate impact. With 8 sacks and 18 tackles for loss, it didn't take long for the football world to take notice of his potential. Coleman's success at Trinity Valley earned him the chance to compete at the Division I level with Utah State. Although the competition was stiffer and his sack total dropped to just 1 after playing all 13 games, Coleman still proved himself as a consistent and productive player, recording 26 tackles for the Aggie defense. Hungry to elevate his game and a chance to shine in a program with a stronger football culture, Coleman made the move back home to Texas and joined the Texas State football team. There, his growth continued to blossom as he played in every game over 2 seasons, racking up 54 tackles and 5.5 tackles for loss, a true testament to his ability to disrupt opposing offenses. Now, as a graduate transfer, Coleman is ready to take on the biggest challenge of his career with Colorado football. Though Coach Prime has emphasized that playing time is earned on the field, Coleman's consistency and determination will be hard to go unnoticed. As he looks to prove himself in Boulder, expect the 6'1", 300-pound defensive tackle to be a force on the line. He's a player who knows how to get to the quarterback, rack up tackles for loss, and play with physicality. Tavian Coleman has defied the odds throughout his career, and with his size, strength, and relentless drive, he's ready to make a major impact for the Buffaloes. Colorado fans should be excited to see what this former underdog can do when given the chance to shine on the biggest stage. The road ahead is his to conquer. Gavriel Lightfoot, the rising star, ready to ignite Colorado's defensive line. Get ready for a defensive playmaker who's ready to elevate Colorado football. Meet Gavriel Lightfoot. A 3-star prospect from Moreno Valley, California, Lightfoot comes to Boulder with a strong track record from his time at Fresno State. Starting as a true freshman at just 17 years old, Lightfoot shined brightly, proving that he belonged at the college level. Over the next 2 seasons, his development was clear, and last season, he had recorded an impressive 37 tackles from the defensive tackle position, showcasing his natural talent and nose for the football. Lightfoot's ability to disrupt plays and clog the interior will be a game changer for Colorado's defensive line, which has struggled against stronger opponents in the past. At 6'3" and 300 pounds, he has the size and strength to hold his own against offensive linemen and be a disruptive force in the trenches. His tackling ability and knack for making plays behind the line of scrimmage with tackles for loss will be crucial for a defense looking to take the next step. What makes Lightfoot even more exciting is his relentless motor. He's a player who never takes a play off, and his high-energy style will bring an edge to Colorado's defensive front. And with the influence of coaching legends like Warren Sapp and Domata Peko, Lightfoot's ceiling is high. He has the potential to take his game to the next level, becoming a consistent force in getting to the quarterback and wreaking havoc in the backfield. He's got the skills to make an immediate impact, and with his work ethic, the sky's the limit for what he can achieve in Boulder. Expect to see him continue his upward trajectory as he helps anchor a fierce defensive line for the Buffaloes. Now let's take a look at the returning defensive tackles who have learned under the tutelage of Warren Sapp last season. Amari McNeill, Colorado's defensive force ready to dominate the Big 12. Get ready to meet one of Colorado football's most exciting defensive players, Amari McNeill. Hailing from Suwanee, Georgia, McNeill is a player who has consistently shown he has the physicality and skills to make an impact. Originally an offensive lineman committed to Tennessee, McNeill's playing style was defined by violence and power, which naturally translated to the defensive side of the ball. Now, as Colorado's most proactive returning defensive tackle for 2025, McNeill is set to be a key piece in Coach Prime's defense, provided he stays healthy. McNeill quietly turned heads in 2023 during Coach Prime's first season, recording 31 tackles and 3 sacks. Though he was limited to just 7 games in 2024 due to a knee injury, McNeill still made his mark. In those games, he registered 25 tackles, 3.5 sacks, and forced a fumble, showing his potential as a game changer. His standout performance came against Texas Tech, where he tallied 9 tackles and 1.5 sacks. Fully healthy for next season, McNeill is poised to build on those performances and take his game to the next level under the close watch of Warren Sapp and Domata Peko. Standing at 6'4" and weighing 295 pounds, McNeill has the size and strength to dominate the trenches. His versatility, having experience on both sides of the line, gives him a unique edge in reading offensive schemes and reacting quickly. Known for his tackling ability and quick burst off the line, McNeill is a constant threat to both quarterbacks and ball carriers. With his intelligence and physicality, he has the potential to be an all-Big 12 performer in the coming season. The sky's the limit for Amari McNeill. Colorado fans should be excited to see what this explosive defensive tackle can do with a full, healthy season. He's ready to make a definitive impact and be a cornerstone of the Buffalo's defensive line. Anquin Barnes, Colorado's towering defensive presence poised for a breakout year. Next up, a force to be reckoned with on the Colorado defensive line, meet Anquin Barnes. Hailing from Montgomery, Alabama, Barnes stands tall at 6'5" and weighs in at a staggering 315 pounds, making him one of the biggest players on the roster. Originally a four-star recruit who played both offensive and defensive line, he was recruited to Alabama under the legendary Nick Saban. Barnes has the tools to dominate. In 2025, he's set to take on a larger role in the Colorado defense, and fans should be excited to see what this mammoth defensive tackle can do. After transferring to Colorado, Barnes appeared in all but one game in 2024, starting in 3 of them, including his first collegiate start against Colorado State. His size alone makes him a threat in the trenches, but Barnes' explosive quickness and tackling ability will be key in Colorado's push to control the line of scrimmage. His best performance came against Kansas, where he notched 3 solo tackles, showing his ability to disrupt plays. In a rare feat for a defensive tackle, Barnes even recorded an interception in the Alamo Bowl, the first at Colorado since 2008. The possibilities are endless for Barnes. His combination of size, power, and leadership makes him a potential standout not only in the Big 12, but possibly on Sundays as well. But for Barnes to fully realize his potential, consistency and conditioning will be key, especially under the guidance of Colorado's new strength and conditioning coach, Swazi. If Barnes can stay in top shape, he could be the anchor of Colorado's defensive line, using his massive frame to shut down the run and disrupt offenses. His leadership, versatility, and explosive play will make him a crucial piece of the Buffalo's defensive front as they look to take their game to the next level. Anquin Barnes is ready to show the world just what he's capable of. Taufiq Thomas, Colorado's rising star on the defensive line. Meet one of Colorado's most promising defensive tackles, Taufiq Thomas. Hailing from Tampa, Florida, Thomas is a 6'4", 300-pound powerhouse who has quickly made his mark on the Buffalo's defensive line. Originally a 3-star recruit who played 2 seasons at Louisville, Thomas has shown resilience and determination, especially after facing challenges in 2023. Limited by injuries and playing time at Louisville, Thomas entered the transfer portal and found a fresh start at Colorado, where he's been steadily improving and is now on the verge of a breakout season. In 2024, Thomas showed his potential as a key depth player for the Buffaloes, recording 18 tackles and 1 sack. His best performance came against Oklahoma State, where he registered 4 tackles, 3 of them solo, demonstrating his capability to cause disruption in the interior. And let's not forget his first career sack, which came against Utah, marking an important milestone in his journey with Colorado. What makes Thomas so exciting is his combination of size, explosiveness, and intelligence. At 6'4" and 300 pounds, he has the physicality to dominate offensive linemen, and his quick first step allows him to make plays in the backfield. His ability to pressure the quarterback is a key asset for Colorado's defense, and his football IQ enables him to read plays and react quickly to offensive schemes. As Thomas continues to build on his success in 2024, he's poised to become an even more impactful player for the Buffaloes. With his enthusiasm, toughness, and drive to improve, he's a player to watch on Colorado's defensive line. Taurean Carter, Colorado's resilient force ready for a big return. Get ready for the highly anticipated return of Taurean Carter, one of Colorado's most experienced and powerful defensive tackles. Standing tall at 6'3" and weighing 303 pounds, Carter's physical presence and versatility make him a major asset to the Buffalo's defensive line. Originally a 3-star prospect from Mansfield, Texas, Carter spent his early years at Arkansas, where he played in 33 games, recording 60 tackles and 2.5 sacks. His impressive resume has made him a welcome addition to Colorado's defense. Unfortunately, Carter's first season with the Buffaloes was cut short in October 2024 due to a season-ending injury. This wasn't the first setback for Carter. He also suffered a knee injury at Arkansas in 2022 that kept him off the field. But don't count this guy out. Carter has 1 year of eligibility left at Colorado, and he's fully determined to come back stronger than ever, ready to prove himself as an NFL-caliber defensive tackle. With his wealth of experience, Carter brings valuable depth to Colorado's defensive line. His ability to play multiple positions along the front allows him to adapt seamlessly to different defensive schemes. Known for his solid tackling and football IQ, Carter has the ability to read plays, making him a force in both run defense and pass rush situations. Fans can expect a determined and driven Carter to step up, making plays and leading the defensive charge. Taurean Carter is hungry for redemption and looking to finish his career with a bang. Next season will be his chance to showcase his strength, experience, and drive to prove that he's one of the most dangerous defensive tackles in college football. Colorado fans, get ready for a comeback story you won't want to miss. Brandon Davis-Swain, Colorado's versatile defensive line weapon. Introducing one of Colorado's most exciting defensive line prospects, Brandon Davis-Swain. Hailing from West Bloomfield, Michigan, Davis-Swain arrives in Boulder as a promising four-star recruit with a diverse athletic background. During his high school career, he was a standout across multiple positions, running back, tight end, and a stand-up edge rusher on defense. His incredible 50 career sacks earned him the title of Michigan Division I all-time sack leader, putting him in the spotlight for some of the nation's top programs like Michigan, Notre Dame, Penn State, and Miami. Though Davis-Swain's true freshman season in 2024 was just the beginning, he showed glimpses of his potential, earning a shot on the field. He played in 2 games, making his debut on the road against UCF, and recorded 2 tackles. At 6'4" and 260 pounds, the athleticism he displayed in high school is undeniable, but as he works on adding more size and strength during the offseason, expect him to develop into an even more dangerous force on the field. With the right conditioning, he's poised to become a bigger, more powerful player without losing his trademark athleticism. This season, Davis-Swain is expected to see more action and become a key contributor on Colorado's defensive line and special teams. His versatility, tackling ability, and pass rushing skills will make him a valuable asset for Coach Prime's squad. With his drive to succeed, Davis-Swain is ready to come into his own at Colorado. The future is bright for Brandon Davis-Swain. Fans should be excited to watch his growth and the impact he'll have for the Buffaloes. Get ready for a rising star in the making. Alexander Mcpherson, Colorado's future defensive line star. Meet Alexander Mcpherson, a rising star in Colorado's defensive line who is set to make a huge impact for the Buffs. Hailing from Bradenton, Florida, Mcpherson brings both size and grit to Boulder, standing at an impressive 6'5" and weighing 250 pounds. A 3-star prospect with offers from valued programs like Pittsburgh, Oklahoma State, and Michigan State, Mcpherson chose Colorado as the place to continue his football journey, and the Buffaloes are lucky to have him. Mcpherson comes from the prestigious IMG Academy, known for producing elite talent, where he truly stood out in his senior season. He recorded 52 tackles, 14 tackles for loss, 9 sacks, 6 quarterback hurries, 2 pass breakups, and 2 forced fumbles. He led his team in both sacks and tackles for loss, showcasing a relentless motor and an ability to disrupt plays at every turn. Though he'll need to bulk up a bit to compete in the Big 12 trenches, Mcpherson's athleticism and versatility will make him a natural fit for the Buffalo's defensive schemes. His ability to adapt, read plays, and get to the quarterback will make him a valuable asset for Coach Prime's defense. With his impressive high school stats and work ethic, Mcpherson is one to watch as he continues to grow and develop into one of Colorado's future stars on the defensive line. Fans should be excited to see what he brings to the field because this young player has limitless potential. Christian Hudson, Colorado's next defensive line force. Christian Hudson is one of the most exciting additions to the Colorado Buffaloes defensive line for the upcoming season, and the future looks incredibly bright with him in Boulder. A 3-star recruit from Daytona Beach, Florida, Hudson was a highly sought-after talent, with offers from promising programs like Penn State, UCF, and Florida State. However, it was the influence of NFL legend Warren Sapp and the vision of Coach Deion Sanders that ultimately led Hudson to flip his commitment from UCF to Colorado, and it's safe to say that Buffalo's fans are thrilled by that decision. Hudson's high school career speaks volumes about his talent. He racked up an impressive 55 tackles and 27 tackles for loss in his senior season, earning All-State honors for 3 years in a row. A two-way player in high school, he also excelled as a physical offensive lineman, and his prowess extended to wrestling and track and field, where he showcased his well-rounded athleticism. At 6'1" and 290 pounds, Hudson possesses the perfect blend of size, strength, and athleticism to dominate on the defensive line. His versatility, from defensive tackle to offensive lineman, gives him a unique perspective on the game, while his high football IQ allows him to read plays quickly and effectively. With his relentless drive and physical presence, Hudson is poised to make an immediate impact for the Buffaloes. His addition will bolster Colorado's defensive line and ensure that the team continues its rise to prominence. Expect to see Hudson become a cornerstone of Colorado's defense as he helps lead the way to success in the Big 12. And there you have it, Buffaloes fans. The future of Colorado's defensive line is looking stronger than ever. With these incredible talents joining the roster for 2025, it's clear that the Buffaloes are ready to make some serious noise in the Big 12. Each of these players brings something unique to the table, whether it's power, versatility, or sheer determination. The defensive line is stacked with potential, and we can't wait to see what they'll accomplish this season. Be sure to leave a comment below and share what you think about Colorado's defensive tackles for the 2025 season. Thank you for watching, and as always, give it everything.